So I don't really have. I just need to talk. Around halfway through the school year last year, I met this girl, and no, okay, further back. When I was getting ready to go to school, I I'm a Christian. I don't know if you guys believe in God. I don't care. I told God, hey, I don't want to date or get involved with any girl unless you specifically show and tell me that she's the right one for me to get married to. Because it's a lot of trouble. And about halfway through the year, last year, freshman year, I met this girl and we were chatting, blah, blah, blah. I go to school, do school stuff together, do assignments, whatever. And it started to progress a bit more. And throughout this thing, as we were starting to talk and hang out, I knew in the back of my head that I wasn't doing the right thing. I knew that she wasn't the right one. I knew that we weren't really compatible on a long term. I'm not even going to say compatible. I didn't like love her, like deep, deep love. I didn't love her the way that you love your mother or your father or your sister or brother. I didn't love her like a lover would. But I liked her. I thought she was fun to hang out with. And so we hung out. Stuff happened. We had sex. And then we were dating. Now, purity is a huge issue. There are a lot of things in life that revolve around purity. A lot of things like how you treat people, your conduct towards people, your values, your morals, blah, blah, blah. A lot of it revolves around just how pure of a person you are, started out to be, are trying to be, seek to be. And I always want to be a pure person, but I don't always try as hard as I should. And so this girl and I started to get involved physically, and it was frankly just the wrong thing to do, and I knew that. I knew that. And all this time that I'm with this girl, I have like this little God voice in the back of my head, like, yo, dude, you're messed up. Quit doing that. Stop it. And I didn't. So for the rest of the school year, last year, for all summer, all summer long, all this time, I gave to this girl so I could drive over and see her and hang out with her and spend time with her and then all this last semester when we started going back to school, I just was spending all this time with her and we were doing stuff together, having fun, blah blah blah. But I just knew that like I wasn't gonna marry this girl, which made everything I was doing flawed because if you're not going to marry someone and give them like a lifelong commitment, why would you start to give them commitments that would add on to the lifelong one? And so nearing the end of last semester, I was just like, I can't do this anymore. I'm done. I can't pretend that I love you on like a super deep level because I just kind of didn't. I just don't. Like, she was hot and cute and funny and really fun, but she wasn't like someone that I would marry and grow old with. And so I was just like, hey, look it, like, I, we're, whatever, it's done. And we broke up, and she was really bummed. I was really bummed because no matter what is said, like, we still had a lot of fun together. But so over winter break, I still hung out with her a few times. I invited her over to my family's place, and I'm just trying to keep things cool with her because I just wanted to not cut off from her, I guess, like I have with like all my other relationships, which are all terrible. And now, today, 2 days into the semester, she sits down next to me and she's like, "Hey, I'm dating this other guy now." And I was just really bummed out by that, you know. Um, I felt like I had spent a lot of time with her and I had invested a lot into her and just given her a lot of me. And it was just kind of hard to hear that. Like 4 weeks after we broke up, she's just dating this other dude. And as soon as she told me, my heart started like pitter pattering, and I was like, wow, okay. I mean, I figured it would happen, but I didn't think it would happen that fast. But I mean, it's up to her. It's not my choice. And so, since I was already getting ready to leave, I left and walked home, and I was listening to worship music because I was very distraught. I was hurting, and I I'm just going home and I'm just sitting there and I'm like, it's okay, like it's all right, it's not a huge deal, like. And then I thought, like, this is cold, but this is what I thought. It was like I'd never really loved her in that way, though, did I? And then this song that I was listening to, the guy starts this really quiet part, and then the guy's like, "I am so in love with you. There is no one else for me." And I just started crying because it's like, it's kind of the point of this whole thing, isn't it? Is that I never actually loved this girl in the way that you would need to stay with someone for the rest of their life. And I never actually gave her that entire deep part of me. And even though I spent all this time with her and I spent all this effort and energy on her, I never got what I needed, which is like that kind of love in return. But it's because I wasn't giving it, and it's because I wasn't supposed to give it because she wasn't the right one. And I'm not like trying to be like, oh, the one, but I'm just. So, anyways, now I'm here, and I finished crying, and I'm just gonna go back to school and do school stuff and focus and do work because that's all I can do. Have a good night, guys.